Yes, yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good evening.
What's happening?
Rolling.
Freedom boys! Freedom boys!
How is everyone doing? We're going to give people just an opportunity to log right on in. Hope everyone's week is doing well. Are you excited to be here?
Yes, I am. I keep forgetting I'm on live. Yes, I'm glad to be here.
It's weird.
Are you excited?
It's weird.
So we're going to take
All
like
the people's
60 seconds. If you can, we're going to share the fact that I need to share on my page that we're live.
Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. We appreciate you guys being awesome.
I just shared it on mine.
You shared it on yours?
I'm like frozen.
You never shared it on yours. No, I mean, did you share
He said, oh.
What video?
He said, oh, yes.
What video are you talking about?
My boo is usually behind the scenes. I know. Isn't this amazing? Aisha is so crazy, right? So crazy.
Hey.
Now, don't be alarmed if the cat jumps in my lap.
Uh-oh.
And I'm talking about our animal.
What? What?
No.
Let's confuse you on how this conversation is going to go
Lord,
tonight.
right. I'm a little scared. Man. Anyway, who wants to get started? You want to get started or should we wait like another second?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you want to do?
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get to it.
RJ. I'm calling him RJ. Rollins ready to eat. And he can't eat until we're done. So
I'm
let's
having
go
a
ahead
little
and get
snack of that.
started. Hey people, we're just saying hi to everyone. I know the split screen. This is something new we're doing tonight.
Come on, talk to me. We on live.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is. No.
Okay with the
That's the edited church version.
Well, we appreciate y'all chiming in to see our men folk.
Yeah. Did everybody know that she was dating a white man?
We need more contrast.
I was so white.
Your melanin ain't popping.
It's summertime.
Your melanin ain't popping, Rollin.
No, it ain't popping. I need some color.
Hey, Nikita. Hey. Yes, he is. Sing it with me, Nikita. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is. Sing it, honey.
I'm not going to say what a man.
I was waiting.
Ain't going to get that one off me. We're doing karaoke.
Let's go ahead and get started, MJ. We get the note?
Mm-hmm.
So, today, well, first of all, we just want to welcome you to our new edition of Freedom Girls Talk. As you can see, we have two lovely guests.
Some handsome.
Yes, they're lovely, they're handsome, they're supportive, they're amazing. We have Sean Johnson over there. It's like the opposite. There's Sean Johnson over there, that's my brother. That's MJ's hubby. And then we have my husband, Rollins Smith. And they're here to talk to us about being supportive husbands. Something that we have had to grow into. I know that we've been married for 12 years. And then the Johnsons, how long have you been married?
We just celebrated what, babe? 4 years last Thursday.
4 years.
4.
Oh, baby.
F-O.
We're on year number 4.
Yeah. So I know that like today we had some discussion with a lot of our audience and just talked about like what are some reasons that men may not be supportive of their wives professionally and personally. Mm-hmm. Some of the things that they said really spoke volumes to why men may not be supportive. And so we want to talk about that. We also want to talk about some different ways in which men can be supportive, which are professionals on the show.
That's right. They're professionally men. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Testosterone is on the show, Jello. Chime in.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Annetta. Hey, Nikita and Natasha. Thanks for chiming in.
So we just want to make sure, share this video. It's not just for married women. This is for married, single, divorced, widowed women. Men. We're just going to have, dating. We're going to have an open, raw conversation tonight. And so one of the things that the men and women talked about today is that men may just be jealous and not know how to support their men or their women. Right. In the world, but men not maybe. So men actually, they may be jealous. They may be scared that the woman's going to make more money than their spouse or have more success in her career. Another gentleman actually said that the one who holds the power is the one who makes the most money. And that is something that our society literally has put place into our heads. So the man may actually have a fear of losing that power. Because if a woman makes more money, then he may feel that is losing power in the household. So,
right.
Sean, your face is showing a whole lot. So what do you got to say about that?
What do you have to say about that, Sean?
That who the person that holds the basically money card has the power in the house. That could be true.
It could be true. Why do you think that could be true?
Because I did it.
Ah, did you?
I did that. Because when we first got married. And I fought 3 years before we had a joint bank account. I was like, she's not going to control my money. I run this. This is my house. That's how I felt. But,
it was awful.
Yeah. Like, if you want something, you got to come to me because this is my house. This is my kingdom. This is my domain. Yes. Yeah. We're married. That's kind of how I felt. But then, I started to step back and take a look at our relationship and, look at other people's relationships and listening to money management people and all those things. And, and especially you, my money manager. And I thought it would be a good idea too. It's funny now. Huh?
It's funny now, but let me tell you, it was not funny then. It was a really difficult thing to manage. It was really, really tough. So thank you, honey, for being open and sharing that with the peoples out there. Yeah, but if you're a man and you're trying to control his money, you also have to understand that the woman controls basically the sex in the marriage. So that goes hand in hand. So if you tightening down on that dollar, she gonna tighten down on that coin.
That was not even on the agenda, y'all. That's the rawness. I love it.
I'm just saying, it's the truth.
Keep it moving. Keep it. I love it, Sean. Keep going.
And coins. Okay.
I tell you can't buy no shoes, and not come rubbing hay, and you
get off me, sucker.
So but that controlling money, the person that makes the most can be controlling at times, and that can cause tension in your marriage. It can be very tense.
One of the ladies that's commenting, Annetta, she goes, I think a woman wants a man to make more decisions, not necessarily more money.
That's
good.
That's a good one. But a lot of times I got a lot of, I got male friends. I don't have a lot of male friends. Mm-hmm. But when you're making decisions, you don't want to be second guessed also by your wife all the time. Yeah. That can be a problem also. Oops. So that's just in response to Annetta Lynn.
Thank you, Annetta.
Thank you, Annetta, for your comment.
You got anything to say about the money thing?
Go back to the question. Say it again, please.
Can you unlock your phone?
I didn't say I do the same thing.
That's all right. I have the code. No secrets over here. So the thing is, so reasons why men may not support their spouse professionally or personally. And a lot of comments today focused around money, power, threatened by their spouse's success or education or degree, not wanting to feel left behind. in their quote unquote success in their career. So, do you have anything?
I've never actually felt threatened. I've always been the young man over the top because my mom she was a single mom.
Okay.
I always help her. So I've never had the person go back to way more than me.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in more, I have it should be a partnership. That's just like behind everything and everything. I just like to keep it home. But I've never thought that because she made more than me, that she had, more power in the home. I mean, of course, the house is the woman's domain, but yeah, that's just it. I just never really thought that.
Okay. All right, Minette, it's your turn.
It is. Hold on. Hold, please.
You just
Leslie, your mic is giving a lot of echo apparently. So
yeah, I muted my phone, so hopefully it's not echoing anymore. Somebody confirmed it's not echoing. You did see that and he tried to.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, regarding a lot of folks today talked about insecurity and selfishness and low self-esteem from the man's part, like feeling a little bit of insecurity if their mate or their wife has a little bit more success than them, or in fully supporting their wife in a professional or a business endeavor. Honey, do you think that is valid? Like there's some selfishness behind that thought, or does it stem from low self-esteem?
I don't know if it's low self-esteem. I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
It is, like I told you before, I wanted you all to myself.
Tell people about that a little bit, what that means.
Well, because you always had so much going on. You're singing.
Busy.
You're busy. You're at work. Then you brought Freedom Girls in, and you have the kids. Then you have so much stuff going on. And for me, it was always, I just want you to myself. He
likes me so much, he did not want to share me with you guys.
I just want you to myself. But I had to take a step back and reevaluate reevaluate who I was.
Yeah.
And understand who you were, and understand that in marriage it's a maturation process that you go through. And
maturation. These are words that I don't use.
And you
that's maturity.
that you go through, and you begin to grow, and you begin to understand each other. And I had to see you for who you were. Or who you was. Who you were? Who you were.
Not was.
Well, who you was. And understand that you're continually growing. Even in our marriage, we're going to grow together, but you're growing outside of our marriage. So I had to step back and reevaluate myself and understand who you were. So, and, give you up to the people. Let you go do your thing and let you spread your wings.
Well, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
That's gigantic, you guys, for us, for him to even come to that point and then be vulnerable to admit that to me, that he didn't want to share. Roland, have you had that in your marriage with Les, just like not wanting to share, maybe even Leslie? Like, tell me a little bit about you guys and how you deal with
in the beginning, I was working on the dance company when we first moved to Chicago, and I was also doing a lot of shows and dancing in a lot of shows. So on the flip side, that was Leslie. She wanted me to be home.
I'm trying to tell y'all, we say very in our individual life, M. Sean, and MJ is Rob. Because I was very jealous.
You like me?
Shazir, we're going to have to talk offline. I'm trying to we're like the same person.
Leslie don't cut people out though.
What'd you say, Mike? What'd you say?
Well,
he said you cut people out too, Leslie.
No, I don't cut people out. But I do. That's a subject for another day.
But yeah, I would be gone all the time. I had to even put some things on the back burner just because my wife just wanted me home, and so I started feeling guilty for just pursuing my passion, pursuing what I love to do, because she wasn't getting what she needed at home. So it definitely played a part in where we are today. After I stood back and basically see that I wasn't in this by myself, make sure that I was taking care of my wife, because in the midst of all of that, you can't be so self-absorbed with what you're doing, you do neglect your spouse at home. So you gotta realize you gotta have that balance between the two, so it's sustainable.
Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you, Sean and Rollin, for sharing your knowledge on that. Some people think that some men just don't know how to be supportive of their wife. Is that like a thing? Like you just don't know how to support someone or how to affirm or encourage your mate?
I believe, and this is just me, this isn't 999,000 men around the world, just my opinion. Sometimes women have that I don't need a man attitude.
Yeah.
And it may not be said, but it is expressed in certain ways. To the point that a lot of times we say, okay, well, if you act like you don't need me, I'm going to back up. And then there are also cases where we don't know how to support you. We don't know what we can do to make it, to do things right. But that's where, as we're sitting down having State of the Union talks come in.
And what is the State of the Union?
State of the Union is just like, it's just like when a president comes on and he talks about the state of the country. That's what you have to do in your marriage. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on there? How have you been feeling? Are you angry with me about something? Is there something we can discuss? So
that's right, honey. Can y'all tell we are therapists? We have learned so much. That's not a real word, by the way. Therapist. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess for Sean, when you mentioned the woman not knowing how to need, that's personal for us. For all of my life until 36 and a half, which was like last week, I didn't know how to need Sean or to even tell him how I would need his support in Freedom Girls. And really, it was a couple of months ago that my father gave some wisdom.
Thank you, Pops.
And basically said I needed to show Sean how I need him. And I needed to let him into the light of where I'm growing and how I'm growing. And it wasn't until then that Sean was able to, I guess, fully appreciate and understand the growth period that I'm in. How's it for you and Alan, Leslie, like the whole supporting thing?
As Riley stated, it was hard in the beginning. It's better now.
Yeah.
I know way back in the day we read this book called His Needs, Her Needs.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, so it's really focused on like what does your spouse need. It's kind of comparable to the 5 love languages and teach me how to love you. But like Riley, he needs to be loved in a different format than I need to be loved.
Right.
But that whole support thing is like, oh, I'm at your shows, I'm at your shows, and he once we got married, he also, I won't say he joined the fraternity. We'll just say it that way. He joined the fraternity, and that took a couple days. We won't go into that because it's whatever. So it was just a lot of things that he was doing, and he was busy, and he had already owned his passion, whereas I did not know my passion, and I just figured it out honestly like recently. And so I'm at the point where even if this past couple months getting ready for the show, I didn't necessarily feel as lonely and feeling like he was absent because I was also working on something for myself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes
but
sense.
I think one is even though we haven't gotten to this point in the show yet, but even in trying to figure out how to get the support, it's just really supporting each other and having something that you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
Because everything does not, and I mean, this is me, but everything doesn't have to be like as a couple. Yes, we're building our empire together, but you still have to work, like enjoy life and do stuff that you're interested in.
Of course.
So I remember I was on the dance industry with him. But the thing is, more or less because I did the administration stuff. I was in the but I wasn't the most talented dancer. Let's put it that way. Whatever. Whatever. But I would be dancing. It was more or less because I was supporting him, but that wasn't my passion. So I had to figure out something that I'm passionate about. Now it's like it's so much better. I don't think I really complained that much the past time around.
I was surprised.
But I used to complain like every day.
Yeah, every day. And if that's the place where I felt guilty for going. You know what I mean? And you should never be in that place.
Yeah. Because that can make you resent your partner. If you start feeling guilty for doing what you're doing, and now you start to resent them for being mad at you. So now that's just a whole can of worms.
Yeah, we had a mutual resentful relationship.
Oh wow! You gonna get this disrespect?
Right.
So Aisha says that yes, you still have to be an individual in your marriage. That's very important, but yet still be one.
Oh, of course.
Definitely something that has to be worked on and through. Thank you, Aisha, for that. Appreciate you.
Yes. Do we want to tackle any more that we got from our folks, or do we want to move on to the strategies to overcome?
I think we should move on to strategies. What do you think, babe?
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
So can I ask one question, though? Because this one is, and I do want to make sure that we do talk about this. What if your spouse really just is not interested in what you're doing? How would you even tackle that?
I faked it before.
He faked it.
I faked it good. I was like, oh, that is so great, man. That's good. I got you 100%. Get up. And in the back of my head, I'm like, man, please, I'm going to go in there and watch the Cubs.
I think I had a little bit of that. Like when Babe started first playing the guitar, I really wanted him to you already knew that. So he was really into it. And I just wasn't used to him being into anything.
Except for you.
Except for me.
See?
And then when he started playing the guitar, I was like, all right. But I've learned that he told me that he needed my support, and it made him feel that I cared. And if you're struggling with not being interested in your spouse, it's really an individual issue. You have to figure out the why behind you're not interested, because most times it has nothing to do with the other person and something that you resent within yourself that you can't do or that you're not doing. So,
or you just don't like what they're doing.
Or
you just don't like what they're doing.
Or you just don't like what they're doing. But finding a level of support. You don't have to be super, super interested. They're not asking you to do with him, obviously. It's just more of respecting the choice if you're not interested.
So I have.
I have. One thing.
We were doing workshops with the dance company for a
Let me
while.
just say,
We had a discussion one night.
Just flat out, I don't want to do this. And it hurt my thing.
What was it?
Just working with, just doing the workshops and working the registration, all the other stuff. She said she didn't want to do it. And I knew this. I knew there wasn't something she was passionate about. I knew she was helping. But it hurt my feelings.
But it just led me to believe now that my wife definitely needs to find her way.
Because
I felt that she thought she would hurt herself in this. And she didn't want to be not to say she didn't want to be part of it.
She just said she needed to find her own voice. But after I got mad and got over it, that's when I decided to let her find a way and let her find her passion and do better. Ever since.
That's awesome. I'm so glad we found each other, Leslie. Thanks, Rollin.
One second. I got something to say real quick. I know y'all got a lot of viewers, but all this Go White Sox down here, that's got to stop. That's blasphemy. Go Cubs. I see you, Sasha. Do fine. I see you, brother. Go Cubs.
It was Aisha too. But
Aisha, you too, Aisha. Keep watching. Watch them socks.
Question from one of our viewers, and Risha, yes, I did see your question. We just wanted to make sure we went through the format of the show. We thank you so much for tuning in. And she asked, what advice can you give a single woman and single mothers as far as finding a man who will support your vision and your dreams? And maybe that can be something. I don't know. I know your mom was a single mom at one time, so I don't know if you have some input from that.
So when you're working on your passion, that's when you're most attracted. I'm most attracted to her when she's doing her thing, because to me, it's just plain old sexy.
And she just looks so powerful. I'll guarantee you, if you're in your passion and you're not worried about finding a man while you're in your passion, they'll know
if you're in your passion, right? And you're not worried about finding a man.
That's good.
Be confident.
Yeah, confidence is sexy.
Yeah, you got to be confident.
Confidence is so sexy.
And who you are. I mean, you shouldn't worry about finding a man in your passion, because if you're passionate about what you're doing, like you said, it will attract men to you. Did you lose it again?
I had to text your mama back. She was.
My mama texting. Hi, mama.
She watching the show.
How you doing, mama? My mama helped me love my wife. I talked to my mom, so she's helped me a lot. She gave me some advice.
I think too, just like if you're a single person, I once was a single person, 5.5 years ago, and I guess when you're dating, you have to talk about expectations in the dating time, and being sure that you're expressing, these are some of my dreams, some of my goals. How do you feel about these things? Would you be supportive of these things? And so a lot of times I find that in dating now, questions are not happening. It's just a lot of frills and emotions and like, oh my God, you're so fine. Let's go to the movies. Let's go eat. But no one's asking these vital questions about future. And these are some of the things, these are my goals. How do you feel about that? Is that something that you would support? And hopefully who you're dating, you've been dating them for hopefully over 90 days at this point when these questions come up, and they'll give you an honest answer.
Or they're going to lie to you because they won't get some good.
What did he say?
He said, or they're going to lie to you because they want some booty.
I mean, that's real though. That's what our show's about, being real and transparent, right?
It's the dating game is hard now. And to find somebody who can respect you and your passion and like, oh yeah, you go girl, yeah, you rocking it over there. It's hard. It is hard because everybody, when they're single, it's a lot of times it's a me attitude. Look at me. He's saying look at me. She's saying look at me. There's no real true dialogue going on.
Yeah.
You get to meet their representative first anyway. You don't get to know them really until you're married.
Yeah, honey always say that when you're dating, it's only the representative of who the other person really is. The real person is not quite on board until the I do's, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
it's true.
You got a lot of I don'ts in them I do's too.
So before we sign off, John and Ryan, are there any last minute or final points in ways that you would encourage men out there to support their spouse? Or are there anything that you would encourage women to look out for when they're searching for a man who is actually going to support them in their endeavors?
One thing I would say is just make sure that you understand what your spouse is doing. It shouldn't be something to where they're always around by themselves or figuring out for themselves. Try to figure out what they're doing so you can respect for what it is. Yeah. And then find what you can do so you can be a part of it. Because being a part of it makes it that much more effective as a unit, as a group, because it's okay to have your own thing, but at the same time, you need to realize what your own place is in it too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you guys are so disjointed all the time. Because if it gets to the point to where you're passing in the night, and you never have any opportunities to connect, then that can be the most point for you all to definitely connect.
Even if it's not your business, but y'all doing something together to make sure it works.
And is that what you do for Freedom Girls, Rylan?
Yes, I find where I can be me.
And he's amazing at it.
We appreciate you, Rylan. And my honey, I know that like when Freedom Girls first started, and anytime Leslie and I are coming up with episodes, I'm always asking honey, like, what do you think about this? What should we do? He is occasionally our lighting man.
Yes.
About all the light bulbs.
Photographer too.
About all the light bulbs.
He's got all the light bulbs. He's our photographer. And he actually is part of our hospitality team for now. Like literally cleaning up the house because I get home at a certain time. He will clean up for us, especially if we have guests. He's vacuuming. He's putting out our hors d'oeuvres or cheese. Like,
y'all gonna get some cheese over here.
He's part of the team, and I know that I appreciate him being a part of the vision with Leslie, Rylan, and I. So thank you, honey, for that. Do you have anything that you want to say in regards to supporting me and Freedom Girls, or giving some advice to the people?
So like single women?
Single women, sure.
Yes, go for it.
Don't lower your standards. Happens all the time. Act like a lady, think like a lady. Don't try to think like a man. Be who you are. Don't be outside the box. Don't try to understand who the man is, but be confident in who you are. You know, that's pretty much it. Just be confident in who you are. Don't lower your standards. Just walk in your own authority. You don't have to compromise until the right man comes along. You don't have to search for him, and he'll eventually come along, because when you get to searching, sometimes you know, when it's like if you go buy a carton of eggs, you don't know which one is rotten till you crack it, but you can't crack all of them.
You can't crack all the eggs in the carton. I would like to say so Boss Mom Life owner Ariel White says that for people who are dating, you need to look at how the person that you're dating is supporting their own friends and family. Because many times it is, if they aren't supporting their own friends and family, they're not going to support anyone, especially you as a spouse.
That's true. It's hard for them to support. Yeah, I can agree with that. Boss Mom Life.
That's a good one, Ariel. Thank you for sharing.
And then one other comment we have from Sandy DJ, she just talked about the right order. First God, the man, the woman, and then the children. If you walk in the right ways of the Bible, there will be less problems in the marriage. If the head of the household is corrupt and not able to keep the family on the right track, the whole household will eventually fall.
That's right.
That's my mama.
That's my mama. Thank you, mama.
Oh, that's your mama. I know.
Thank you, mama. That's good advice. I told you I should have some good advice. Sometimes.
Yes.
Thank you, Mama J.
Yeah, so that's good.
That's good stuff.
But I mean, the biggest thing I would say, I mean, I know we asking for men's advice, but you know, I'm a woe man, so I'm just going to contribute my thought. It's just like we said, communicating, being open to learning from each other, and then being able to grow with your spouse. Because the thing is, I mean, your passions may change and evolve over time. So my husband has been extremely supportive with me, because I've done so much stuff. I sold jewelry, makeup, cleansing products.
Rylan said, I'm selling Mary Kay too.
Workout products. What else have I done? I've had a ministry on the side, and now I have Freedom Girls.
Bean pie selling.
Imagine 7.
She had that sign that said you should be here.
But he's been supportive. He's been supportive of time, and he will eventually be like, okay, so what are you gonna do now? So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna continue to do it? Like, you can't quit. You can't quit. And so I just
One thing,
doing that. So.
one other thing I want to say, the sound relationship house is built on 2 walls, and that's trust and commitment.
That's good. We're gonna have to deal with that on another episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good
We're gonna have to do for sure.
For sure.
One thing I want to say, I guess, from my woman perspective, and then we'll probably let you guys go soon. But just kind of going back to the independent woman phenomenon that's happening these days, of women, I guess, being too independent that a man can't find her because she is. And not to say that I don't want women to be strong, because we are definitely some strong chicks. But sometimes letting down your guard a little bit, not lowering your standard, but allowing yourself, especially after 6 months, 12 months of dating someone, allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to share your visions, your fears, and your passions with your mate and or mate to be. I feel like a lot of women who have the independence I don't need is really just fear of not being accepted or not being fully supported and being rejected in the past. So be careful of that spirit of rejection, because that's what it really is that you're carrying around. And independence can be portrayed. Rejection can be portrayed through independence. You know what I mean?
I think when women say, I don't need a man for anything, you end up with a nothing a man.
I get it.
And I think that's the end of the show.
I'm so slow. I don't understand.
Kimmy, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. When a woman says, I don't need a man for anything, she can end up with a nothing man.
Oh!
This is how the jokes go in our house all the time.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's like a 2-minute process to explain the joke. I'm like, oh.
It's okay, Mimi.
But I mean, it's all in what you speak. So stop speaking that, all men are dogs and da-da-da-da-da. And I will say this, and I remember Pastor Johnson, I still remember this sermon he preached years, probably 20 years ago. But he just talked about like, you are what you attract.
That's right.
So if all men are dogs, then
what does that make you?
So I'm saying,
you are what you attract.
You are what you attract. So
if you're not
attracting the right type of man that you want, then maybe you may need to do some inner soul
some self-evaluation.
I had a joke.
I just had this conversation with my sister too. And I told her, you just have to perfect being single, and it's okay to be by yourself, because you need to work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, you'll be that much better for the man that God has for you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right, Ron.
Good stuff. That's good stuff right there, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching our men folk on
Freedom Man. Freedom Man. Freedom Man. Freedom Man. Watch my power. I'm a freedom man.
I'm done with them. Believe it or not, they really are very involved with freedom girls. Meetings for hours, so much.
We appreciate you both. Thank you so much. And everyone, you're welcome.
All right.
Leslie said she wants some sugar too.
Our viewers are going down.
No, they're actually going to go up.
We are working on theme music, Aisha, but that was not it.
Freedom Man.
That
Freedom
was not
Man.
it. We
Watch and grow.
watch and grow. We appreciate you guys tuning in. I know that all of you who have tuned in tonight have girlfriends and have guy friends who need to see this. So we ask gently and aggressively that you share and share the video, share the post, and be sure to spread the word that there are supportive men out there supporting strong, very strong-willed, powerful chicks like Leslie and I. And we are world changers, but we would not be world changers without our world changers. So I appreciate Rollin, and I appreciate my mister for being. That was good. Write it down, okay?
Good girl. Play that one back.
That was good.
Play that one back.
But I definitely need Sean to support me and to hold me up, and Leslie needs Rollin to support her and hold her up. It's not easy to do what we're doing, but it's easier because we have the support of our God-fearing men. So spread the word that they exist. And there's 2 examples for you right here, being raw and being real of what it really is like to be married to us.
God-fearing men.
God-fearing men. I think you got something right. Fearing men.
Yeah.
Being equally yoked.
That's very important. That's very important.
That's true. I just got to chill.
Honey just got to chill. That's the Holy Ghost. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. And just remember that we are 2 women,
2 wives,
and 2 moms
with 1 mission.
And fine husband.
Man, thank you. You better not leave that part out.
I'll support it.
Yes.
With
And that is to live a transparent, free life. We thank you so much for tuning in this evening, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a very special surprise.
We coming back.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's really a big one. It's world changing, life changing. That's a really pretty picture, y'all. Nice picture.
Oh, thank you. Like we're at the carnival in the booth.
You know what I do.
All right, we about to go eat, even though it's after 8:30.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Share that video.
Freedom man. Freedom man. Watch me go. Oh, freedom man. Watch me go.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.